Hi, this is Ashley Haddock in my EDM310 video reflection. Looking back at the semester, I find it difficult to believe our time in EDM310 is coming to a close. This time brings a wealth of bittersweet emotions for me. Coming into this semester, I felt intimidated and overwhelmed with not the amount of work this class was going to require, which really was not a whole lot, but with the complexity of the work itself. It was necessary that we actually used our brains and be ingenuitive to show just a little bit of creativity. While I can be very social, I am not as peer-oriented as others in my generation, which has always prevented me from asking for help. Knowing this about myself and reading Dr. Strange's syllabus prior to the start of the semester gave me serious doubts as to how successful I would be in this class. This quality has proven to work for me and against me. The EDM310 lab assistants are a wonderful resource, and I am sure if I had only sought out their services, I would have prevented many stressful nights where I wanted to pull my hair out and toss my computer across the room. I'm glad I did not seek help, though. I feel by figuring things out by trial and error, I will never forget the skills I have learned in this class. I do wish that my social qualities were a little more substantial coming into this class, however. This would have reduced the anxiety I felt before completing the comments and video portions of the class. I can't help but wonder if my quality of work would have been much better if I weren't the introvert I tend to be. These activities have helped me to come out of my shell, though. The hermit I was at the beginning of the class is now putting herself out there without fear, and I am a much happier and comfortable person for it. Initially, I dreaded the collaborative group assignments. I have always had bad luck with the uncooperative group members, and a really hard time letting go of the control I would have if I were doing the assignment on my own. Giving up this control and placing it in the hands of someone else has allowed me to be even more trusting with the people I barely know. In the end, I have gotten to know my group members very well, and they have proven to be very dependable and trustworthy. In the future, it will be much easier for me to let go of my guard and perform better as a group member as a result of these experiences. EDM310 has not only taught me skills that will prove to be beneficial in my professional career, it has also given me an opportunity to refine already existing skills. Having 3 kids on top of a surplus of personal issues made my Sunday night deadline difficult to meet. With the help of my husband, we created a time management system in our household that has gotten the daily routines that our family faces to run like a well-oiled machine, with everything from household duties to mine and the kids' homework done, and in most cases on time. It is going to be difficult to stay on the same regimen once the pressure of having to meet a specific deadline is no longer there. I have always been real careful with what information about myself and my family I allow to be seen on the internet. This is a result of paranoia brought on by other family members' experiences. So naturally, I was worried about the first blog post in which we were to tell about ourselves, and especially after we were told our blogs were for public viewing and anyone could see them. I emailed Dr. Strange, telling him my concerns, and promptly, he did not email me back, but picked up his phone and called me to alleviate my apprehension for the internet. Dr. Strange made very good arguments on his position of internet safety that comforted me and calmed my fears. But I thought for sure if he cared enough about his students to take time out of his, what I am sure is already a very busy schedule, he would not require us to do anything that would in any way compromise the safety of ourselves or our families. From this experience, I have become a little more liberal with what I post on the internet, while remaining vague and not so revealing. Before coming into EDM310, I thought that educators did not have a need to be technologically literate beyond the basic functions of word processing and simple searches, much less use the technology in the classroom. While I still believe a fine line exists between the traditional methods of teaching and the modern styles that have become more and more prevalent, I do think that if an appropriate balance between the two is upheld, technology can be a precious resource valued by students and teachers alike.